Hi, my name is Brooke Cramberg. I am currently a manager of vendor management supporting the Amazon Canada retail business. I went to MicroSociety at Thoreau Demonstration Academy as a middle schooler. And in my 3 years, I held 3 different jobs. I started as the manager of the needlepoint shop, making arts and crafts goods for sale. My 7th grade year, I was an attorney at the law firm, and I also managed the books for the firm, and I did some accounting work. And then my 8th grade year, I worked at the dodgeball studio as manager of the firm, and I also did the books again. I was not a saver of my micro money, but I was a regular at, the pedicure place. There were always several entrepreneur businesses that were making like these icy Kool-Aid slushies, that and some cookie dough, which was probably like the hottest business in the marketplace. MicroSociety really helped me as a student. I was always somebody who was more of an overachiever. Like, the assignments weren't critically challenging to me. And so this allowed me to utilize brain power, be challenged in ways that kind of were outside of your standard textbook. And there wasn't really a defined or one size fits all model for success. MicroSociety really fulfilled that desire, that craving for learning. I think one thing that was difficult in MicroSociety was, as a 6th grader, I had convinced a teacher or hiring manager to bring me on board as a people manager, which was pretty uncommon for like the underclassmen of middle school. And walking into an environment where the company had employees ranging from 6th to 8th graders, and knowing that they would have to report up or be responsible or accountable to a 6th grader was definitely an interesting foray into developing people management skills, learning to earn trust with stakeholders, and really like establish credibility. I had no idea what I wanted to be when I was growing up, when I was a MicroSociety middle schooler. I may have told some people I wanted to be a teacher, maybe a dentist at one point. I think my love for politics came in high school, and I was pretty sure that I didn't want to be an entrepreneur like my parents. I had just seen the struggles that they had gone through and kind of knew that wasn't for me. I would say I gravitated towards teachers and people that I loved, and I think that's translated a lot into the work that I've done in the professional world. It's like, it's not just about the role, it's also about the people you work for and work around, and how important that's been to me in my career progression. And I think that also started in MicroSociety. So today I am a manager of vendor management for Amazon Canada's computers and accessories business. What I like to say is anything that is a computer, goes in a computer, or works with a computer is my business. I'm responsible for sourcing that selection from top tier brands in the consumer electronics space for the computers industry. I don't think that MicroSociety helped me find my calling by any means, but I think it set me up with several foundational skills to be successful as I did enter the career world, and also like what I chose to prioritize. A couple examples that come to mind is before you go into your first kind of career fair, you have to complete a resume. And I think that was such an effective skill building activity where I got to learn what was it like to document my accomplishments, be able to become my own best advocate, and ultimately play a role of self-salesman to a hiring manager for all the reasons that I was the right candidate for a role. I think that was one really critical skill that has continued to carry on with me. I think another is just the career-oriented nature of that framework that I operated in. I do think the MicroSociety model is incredibly important for kids. There's only so much information that you're able to absorb, and I think the real importance and the real test comes when you allow kids to take what they've learned and put it in real life applications. And I think MicroSociety does that in such a critical way. How do you learn to be a good coworker? How do you influence positive working dynamics? How do you effectively sell yourself? How do you become an accountable, responsible, human being who acts with integrity? Being in that environment where kids are able to kind of create this society and somewhat self-govern puts that in a really amazing context.